Hey everybody, Zach here at Etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at a replacement winch strap from Dutton-Lainson. This is going to be ideal if you've worn out or damaged your boat winch strap. And this is going to be a 2-inch by 25 foot in length, so it's pretty decent length and it's pretty standard size when it comes to that width. Now this isn't just for Dutton-Lainson winches. This can also go on other winches. I have it on a Fulton F2 one here today, so it's a really nice way to swap one out. And it's got a good material to it, so I'm going to loosen this up just a little bit. You can see there, this is a lot like a seatbelt material. It's kind of slick, so I think it's going to do a good job of wrapping around itself. I don't think it's going to get hung up on anything. Now when we take a look at the hook on the end of it, it's a pretty standard hook. It seems a little small. It's not like you need something that's really large. If you're in this size strap, you're not looking for anything that's really large, but it seems to operate okay. Now, I've tested out some Fulton replacement straps. I personally like those hooks a little bit better. They look very similar. They just seem to be a little larger, operate a little bit smoother. But overall, this is still going to be a really nice setup for you. It has a working load limit of 2,600 pounds. So that is a pretty good capacity. That is larger than this boat. It's definitely okay to be safe with that. Now that working load limit, when I say 2,600 pounds, you got to remember your boat is in the water. This isn't a dry pull weight, so you don't want to exceed that. And if your boat does weigh a little bit more than that, it's okay because that water is helping you out with that. But when it comes to keeping it secured to your trailer, you have a few other straps in place as well. So they're all working together to make sure that you have that strap down properly. Overall, it's pretty easy to swap out. All I had to do was, for this one, I took the lid off just to access down in the winch. But if you have an exposed winch, usually it's just a bolt that runs through it and it's held in place with a nut. Now this does come with a couple different bolts to fit that need. If you have a center cross pin like this style, it will also work with that loop in. So let's just walk you through how we got this one put in place. To get these swapped out, first you need to extend out your old worn out strap. And with this Fulton winch here today, this one's a little bit different than some. The way this one works is this is held in place with this loop in with that pin there. So it's just a loose pin that locks itself in place to that center section. Some winches have a bolt and nut, and that's where that included bolt and nut will come in handy. I'm going to set this one aside and get my new winch strap ready. And then we can take the new strap and we're going to do the opposite. So we're just going to feed it through there. And I'm going to use that pin again. This is when you would just put that bolt and nut in place. And then you just pull it until it gets tight there. And we can start ratcheting it back up. Then when we get to the end, we can get that hook in place on our bow eye there and take out the rest of that slack. Now the first time you put this on, if you don't have any tension in place, the strap will be kind of loose sitting on itself. So you'll want to make sure that you're getting all that out of there. Let it pull on itself a little bit and we'll be good to go. You can see that one wasn't too difficult of an installation, even for having a different brand of winch like this Fulton one. So whether you have a Dutton-Lainson winch or a Fulton or another brand, this is going to be a really good replacement, and especially if you're looking for something with a little bit higher capacity. But that's going to do it for our look at the Dutton-Lainson replacement strap for winches.